Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We are back finally in my studio, not at a crazy echoey hotel room. Also, I'm apologizing for no lights in the back. I'm actually working on putting up some new lights with some cool features, so you'll see those coming soon. But today, we're going to be talking about Selesnya deck that actually plays Teleportation Circle. This is a card I've been messing with for a while. I haven't been able to get it to work right, but I think we might actually finally have a list where it could work. I don't know, but I think this could be finally the time to play this card. So let's go hop right in and play some Teleportation Circle in Selesnya midrange and see if it's any good in Standard. If you want to support the channel, remember to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% on everything you order over there at UltraPro, and that includes all the new sweet stuff from their Lemon Yellow collection this month. Alright, so let's run down this deck list real quick, because this one should be a fun one. And we're playing mostly good cards in Selesnya. They just mostly happen to work with Teleportation Circle. So we've got 3 Fateful Absence, we have 4 Professor of Symbology, 4 Prosperous Innkeeper, and this isn't a surprise, but the thing is we are playing a few things that are more expensive, so I definitely wanted the Innkeeper in here to help with our mana a bit, because we really have to get to that 4 or 5 mana point, and the sooner the better. We are playing a couple copies of Inspiring Overseer just because it does draw cards and gain life, and that can help keep us alive just a little bit longer to set things up. And then, of course, 4 Skyclave Apparition. This was pretty much non-negotiable, right? We had to have some amount of removal anyway, so it might as well be the thing that can remove multiple items. Now, the other thing I will say is this isn't perfect because you are giving them back a token. However, we're going to have creatures of our own, and we do have some sizable creatures and ways to pump our stuff. So if we're giving them back like 2 2s and 3 3s, we should be able to survive okay. Plus, Prosperous Innkeeper can gain us some life. So I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem, but something to keep your mind on just in case, right? You're not going to always be able to just use it willy-nilly and keep just reloading your opponent's board. Teleportation Circle, this is what we're all about today, right? So at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So we have everything that, if you've seen so far, Professor of Symbology goes and learns every time it comes into play. Innkeeper makes a treasure. Inspiring Overseer draws a card, gains a life. Apparition exiles a thing, right? You're going to kind of see that pattern in this list. But it allows all of our cards to also work together as well, which is pretty cool. So I'm all about it. Now, our next card, Wandering Emperor, does not work with Teleportation Circle because you're going to remove creatures and artifacts, but that's okay, right? We have to use this just for utility. It's extra removal. It can pump some of our creatures because we do have a fair amount that aren't going to be real big. So turning stuff into a 3 or 4 power could help. Giving something first strike as a combat trick also works. So it's doing a few things, and the card's just all around good, so no real secrets there. We're playing 3 Eskra's Chariot. Honestly, this could be a 4th Chariot. And we could find room for a 4th, but we're going to try 3 out and see how this goes. Now, obviously, if we're going to use Teleportation Circle on this, we're going to be getting 2 cats every turn. And then if we have something like Innkeeper or something else, then we're getting all the extra life, and that's like great, right? So that's one of the best case scenarios for this deck, is just infinite cats, you know, because your opponent's, even at that stage, is at best going to cast 3 creatures every 2 or 3 turns. And late in the game, when they're having to find extra cards or whatever, you might just outpace them in bodies if the game goes long. So that's actually pretty sweet. We are playing 1 Yasharn, partly because we don't have a lot of things that sacrifice except for the treasure. So once we get to Yasharn, we don't necessarily need the treasure anymore. So if we can turn off some of our opponent's stuff, that's great. Yasharn's also really good against the sacrifice list, obviously. But when you get to Yasharn, you do get 2 lands. So it automatically makes sure you're going to hit lands on 5 and 6, and that's also very powerful in this list as well. So digging that, liking everything we got going on so far. 3 Doomscar, just to kind of reset the board, buy us a little bit more time, especially if you get into a situation where maybe you can't find the right time to get down a Teleportation Circle, and maybe you have an Apparition or a Fateful Absence anyway to help clean up after, you know, whatever they follow after a Doomscar. You're usually in pretty good shape if you can get that set up. So I don't think we necessarily need 4 Doomscars, but I wanted at least 3. Because we are playing creatures of our own. So, you know, just wanted to give it a shot. And I'm one that'll tell you, if you're playing aggro decks, you probably don't need to be playing the Doomscar. But this is more of a mid-rangey deck trying to set up levels of things to happen. So we're pretty happy with this. Then we're playing 1 Elspeth Resplendence for a few reasons here. 1, being able to -3 this and see if you can find something that costs 3 or less, that's a lot of quality things, right? They can find us an Overseer to get us a blocker, a life, and a card. It can find an Apparition to be able to get rid of something. It could find a Professor of Symbology that could help us go learn for a removal card. So I do like what Elspeth can do with us. Plus, if the game gets close, you can just start pumping things and gaining life, give something flying and try to punch through for the win. It's great. We'd also have a Workshop War Chief. I'm playing one of these because I do just like the versatility you get with Teleportation Circle, right? Just getting to blink this every turn, gaining 3 life every time it comes into play. Not huge, but it is just useful as a 5/3. Then if it dies, fine, we get a 4/4 Rhino. If we blitz it, that's also pretty cool because I believe we can stack this with the Teleportation Circle because they both trigger during the end step. We'll see if we get to do it. I doubt it, but it's kind of a neat little thing. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on here. I like where this fits in the list. However, if you wanted to cut this and play another Eska's Chariot, because you probably own Chariots if you have a little bit of a collection, that would actually make sense to me. And then we are playing one Sanctuary Warden just because you start blinking this is awesome, right? You get a 5/5, it gets 2 shields. You can remove a counter off of anything to make a 1/1 and draw a card. And then this just becomes great. You basically get infinite shields and infinite cards off of this. So yeah, really, really like what this does in the list as well. Then going down the rest of it, we have 2 Amaria's Call, kind of doubling his lands, but giving us a few extra creatures for some outs. We have 2 Titans of Industry, which can just do all kinds of things if you start blinking this. Then 2 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 1 Igandro, 6 Plains, 1 Beseju, 4 Forests, 1 Lair of the Hydra, 4 Branch Off Pathway, and 4 Overgrown Farmland. So yeah, there you go. This is actually a pretty neat list. It was fun to put together, so we'll see if it does everything we want it to do. So as always, we're going to play the games, and then we'll talk about what we want to replace. We'll talk about how it performed. We'll catch you on the other side. Okay, this looks solid. Let's go ahead and keep this. This feels like one of the more experimental things I've played in a while. I've been trying to make Teleportation Circle work for a minute, and nothing really seems good enough. I don't even know if this is, but it at least feels like the parts are there that, like, maybe we can make it happen. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this down. I'm not happy to see red-green Gala Greeters, which means it's probably Naya, creature, token, something. Yeah. This is going to be really difficult. Not 100% sure what we're going to be able to do here. Okay, that might help. I think our plan here is go Chariot. And then hopefully Teleportation Circle. And between that and the life gain, that might buy us enough time, I think. Along with like Wandering Emperor. I mean, we can slowly work up to this. We've got 4 mana access to it right now. We could also start blinking the Innkeeper if we needed more mana. We have this to get rid of like some big problematic creature, I suppose. So yeah, we'll see. It also depends on what type of removal or enchantment removal they have. So I don't really know. There's a lot of options in play. That's pretty good for them. Get double triggers off their Gala Greeters. Which I'm assuming is going to be treasure, treasure, grow, grow. I think is going to be their choices here. Can't imagine you would want to do anything else. Yep, that makes plenty of sense. If they were to attack, we're probably just double blocking 1 Greeters, I think. Problem now, though, is they can cast anything they want with that much mana. I mean, they've already got access to 7. Ooh, I guess we need to hold on to that, huh? I mean, we could do this first. Because whatever they play after this, we're not going to be able to do much to it. And then if we were to teleportation... I mean, I don't know. I guess we do this. Get Chariot back into play. The next turn we could just get double Apparition triggers, I suppose. Yeah, I guess. I don't know which one's right, truthfully. But we will get 2 life out of it. But like I said, at some point, I feel like the way our hand's set up, we probably need to start bouncing the Innkeeper. But we'll see. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't think we attack here. No attacks. In the turn. We'll blink this bad boy. I mean, let's see what they want to kill. Because that could just be it, really. I mean, if they get rid of Chariot here. Yep. Alright. Good news is, there's one less thing in their hand that's a problem. Take action. And actually, they destroyed that instead of the Teleportation Circle, which is interesting. Because I would have... I don't know. Okay, I feel like that says something about their hand, but I'm not sure what, right? Because you would think anybody playing Teleportation Circles probably going to have other things that work with it. So you probably get rid of that and just deal with there being 2 more 2/2s, right? Because that doesn't seem near as threatening. At least I would think so. But obviously I could be very wrong here. Alright, I mean, they're going to get some cards. No doubt. I mean, I think if they attack here with their 3/3s, we probably double block one of them. Block Boo. Apparition, blink it, kill the other 3/3 that remains. I mean, that's a little bit of a plan, right? I don't hate that. We still end up with an extra cat here. That's for sure. I'm just debating if I want to give them a card here or not. Because if we block, we now get to kill that. We get to blink. We get to kill the greeters and the minks next turn. Would leave us with just a 2/2 and a 2/2 to block 2 1/1s. Well, no, because they'd get a 2/2 back. Ugh. I don't know what to do, y'all. Giving them a card feels so dangerous here. I think we have to, though. The life gain potential from the Innkeeper and maybe even letting us get to a Titan seems reasonable. So, like, it's 1 card. Could be a mistake, but I'm going with it. Ooh, that's real nice, too, though. That's real nice. But here, if we do this, this is better, right? Because we can get rid of the greeters. It comes back in, we get rid of Toski. And then we have this to get rid of something since we have 5 mana. So that seems pretty good. Alright. We go to the instep, because we're not attacking here. There's no value. In the turn. We're going to blink this. We'll give him a 2/2 back. Get rid of Toski here. Alright. So then, even if they get rid of our Apparition next turn, we do have 4/4s of our own, plus we have Wandering Emperor. And we can always play Yasharn to get another land, so we can still have 2 mana up. So that's mostly fine. Opponents has 3 cards and 7 mana here, though, so this is still a ball game. That makes you a 1/1 or a treasure. Alright. Down with that. Resolve it and get a treasure. They have all kinds of mana. I don't know what they're saving up for. It's a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. Rabble rousing. That's what we're doing here. Okay. Alright. That's a thing. Okay, then. So they're going to attack. If they attack with everything, they make 4 tokens. So do we just want to kill something now? So we can get into a trading situation? Because fewer tokens seems like a good deal for us. Now if they attack, we can straight trade. Which we are okay blocking here and blocking here. Yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, another teleportation circle, y'all. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Okay. Oh boy. All right, we do this. We do this. Because this sets us up to play the Titan next turn. And we get to just destroy the rabble rousing before it gets out of hand. No attack. We're just going to blink Yasharn, I think. No point in giving him a 4/4 with the Apparition here. Even with us having a Yasharn to block with. Alright. Now we can play Titan and double Teleportation Circle, and that should start putting things away. I have no idea. I guess the opponent's deck was all based around rabble-rousing. Kind of awkward, but it's a thing, I guess. Yeah, I can say if you attack, there's no real value here for them. Alright, well, we're going to do our thing. Destroy rabble-rousing and make a token. Make a 4/4. Destroy this. And I think I will attack with the Yasharn. Okay, we'll blink this. We're going to make another 4/4 and I guess put a shield. Alright, make a 4/4. Put a shield. Just in case they have a sweeper or some such. But yeah, I think this is the turning point unless they've got something real good here. Because now we're just going to be attacking with the barrage of 4/4s. Yeah, that's going to do it. Oh, do we keep the... I mean, I guess. This is probably a terrible keep. I mean, because if we're not playing against a creature deck, this hand doesn't do a whole lot of anything. Oh, this is probably going to suck for us. This is a terrible keep. I knew better before I did it. I mean, 4 land, 2 Doomskars, and a dude. Like, that's rarely ever going to be right. Alright, that's cool. I got them use removal on something, I suppose. That's a win, right? I don't even know what... Hell, I guess we'll go get this. Why not? In the turn... I don't think we're even going to get to resolve that. Which is a silly thing here, but... Alright. We'll just attack with some puds. Blood Sky Berserker. Okay. Scratch that. I did not expect to see that. So, I was wrong about a thing. Alright. They are not blocking. Probably going to try to get a big Blood Sky Berserker here, I'd imagine. Let's go ahead and play this. In the turn. Next turn, I think our plan is just going to be Innkeeper, foretell a Doomskar, and then just be prepared to play a Mascot Exhibition if things work out. Alright, that works for us. I ain't mad about it. I mean, we still got plays and ideas. We still got things we can do. And pass. Alright, what do you want to do, opponent? Gonna kill our Innkeeper? Alright, they're just playing like mono removal, I guess. That's their game plan, just try to kill everything we make. So far, it's been working. Alright. Let's get this thing, I guess. Looks like they don't have any type of counters. So that's good. Play the land. And pass. So now we know we can at least Mascot Exhibition. Doesn't mean they don't have another, like, meat hook or something. Huh, Kraken. What was that, Ward 2? Alright, fine. Resolve. Decline. And that's cute, but doesn't really help us. Let's go ahead and smash this. Yes. Resolve. We will pay. That resolves. We will play this. And I think attack. I'm just gonna Draw. I guess we'll foretell this. There is some argument that if they just have a thing that makes you discard one or whatever, but like they already have it, so who cares? Yeah, sure. Pass. Resolve. Our turn. All right, so what are we working with here? 1, 2, 3. If we want to do this, and then we would be able to make this a 2. We could also just mascot exhibition. I think I'm going to do this. Mostly because I just don't want to get into a situation of having to worry about that. I think the opponent's light on options right now. And we've kind of got everything we need. So if this is a removal card in their hand, we kind of can find out here. Okay, no instant speed removal anyway. Alright. Well. Reckless Stormseeker. Sure. You doth have a Stormseeker. I agree. Take 3. So I'm assuming the opponent's just on some, like, sorcery speed removal mess. Or some other sweeper, a meat hook or some such, right? But even if they meat hook, then we have our land so we can attack. So I think I'm willing to gamble it here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's get us a bunch of life in this exchange. Go ahead and crack this. Tap this duder. Go ahead and attack. And I'm just going to copy the treasure here, believe it or not. Because if they do have another sweeper or something, I'd rather just have some value left over. If they don't have it here, then that's going to tell us everything we need to know. Oh, they're reanimating something. Oh, it's a bloodthirsty adversary. That's actually not that scary. That could have been way worse. Yeah, what do they have? Just deal 3? Oh, no, they have removal. All right, cool, cool. So they can do it twice. Good times. Yeah, we're still okay here. Sure. Yeah? Then we take 7? I'm alright with that. Oh, that's even better. Fantastic. I was going to do something entirely different, but this works out nicely. Get some life back. We can tap an angel by itself, save the others to block with. We can attack, make another angel if we want to. Alright, see what you got, opponent. We almost have enough to attack with lethal just with this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Exile 2 cards from the top of your library. You can play those this turn. Alright. Neither of those is scary for us. Ledger Shredder, cool. Ledger Shredder says when you play your second. They've already played 2, so Ledger Shredder was the second, so they get no extra value. Yep, we're in the driver's seat here. Yep, looks great. Alright, that's a good one too. Yeah, I guess we keep this. I mean, we'll have 4 mana on the turn we need it, so why not? Doomscar's not too bad, depending on what we're up against. We may need to use a Doomscar. Yeah, let's do it. They might use removal here on an Innkeeper just to keep us from blocking. Stormseeker, sure. Question is, are we attacking with just the Stormseeker? Nope, attacking with both. Well, we are definitely going to block. Don't care if you have another one. That also works out well. Let's go ahead and just play one of these. Alright. What's your plan here? Fable. Sure. You got it. Can attack with both and generate some treasure. That is a real plan. How much do I want to risk it? You know what? Let's do it. If you got it, you got it. I'll make you show it to me. Actually, do I want to block the other dude? Nah, we'll do this. You got 2 mana still. You can kill my chariot. They did not have it. Okay. Well then. What does this mean? We're not in bad shape here. We have a Wandering Emperor and we have a Fateful Absence at hand. And backup plan, we have Doomscar. So even if they get like, I don't know, Goldspan Dragon or something, we're probably okay here. So let's just do this. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting another land to make things easy, but this is mostly fine. I mean, yes, they get to flip the Storm Seeker, but that's something we'll just have to deal with. Alright. Opponent has 5 mana. Probably 6 mana, I would imagine, because you have a land in hand. But what does that lead to? That we don't know. I mean, whatever they get is going to be +2 and attacking with Trample. So, oh, a Raiju. That is good to know. Well, we're going to F that dude because Raiju's not cool for us. Yep. So we take 5, go to 10. We're going to try to kill the Raiju.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. I am almost sad to see
no blocks. Go to 12. Especially since we have Absence in hand. We don't have to be in too much of a hurry. Yeah, we're okay with them killing that. That's fine. That's not really part of any major plans here. Opponent flipped their own creature for us, doing us a bit of a favor. Yeah, alright. We're going to attack. Ooh, I didn't mean to attack with that, actually. But I guess it's okay. We're going to play another creature here, so it's mostly fine. We're going to go ahead and run this out. And how suspicious do we want to look by not casting a thing? I think we're going to do it anyway, though. Like, it makes more sense to do this. Alright, in the turn. Alright, they've only got 3 mana. They didn't play another one last turn, and they're dead. Okay. Alright, we get to go first. Let's go ahead and keep it. This seems like the way to go. I mean, we can turn 2 Innkeeper, turn 3 Apparition, and then figure stuff out from there, I guess. One step at a time, right? Alright, Delver Secrets. Did flip. And they got a Shajiri Shelter. Dang. Not cool. Okay, well, we're going to try to just get rid of their duder here. Like, if they want to bounce it, they can bounce it. Like, oh, that's a good play. Good play. We'll get our life anyway, and that's fine. They use their shelter for land. I'm trying to figure out what all this means. So they obviously have a bunch of defensive cards here. So they want to counter things and what not, I would imagine. So how do we want to go about things? I think we target it on their turn. And see if we get something else on our turn. Like, let's see what we can get. So let's snag... I mean, we can take Reduce to Memory. Which is probably the smart thing, so let's do that. Then we'll go to attack. We are gaining a little bit of life here, and this life is not inconsequential, mind you. Alright. You have a Vandal. Sure, sounds good. I think we're going to use this opportunity to kill this. If we can. Maybe we can. Alright. So that's a trade I am willing to make, especially knowing we have Teleportation Circle to try to start getting rid of their things. Seems reasonable. Yep. Okay. Alright, now we're going to play the game of what type of counters do they have. If we do this, we have 2 mana open. We just have to hope it's not a straight up negate. Otherwise, we get into a weird see if we can gain life enough to race with them situation, which probably isn't great for us. But, yeah, let's try. Was not expecting that. Okay. Mostly can't attack because they had a way to even put a counter on the Virtuoso. It would have sucked for us, so. I mean, this is the best we can do. If they want to bounce it or something, whatever. Alright. I mean, that does work. Now it's just, do they get infinite protection spells? Okay, so they bounced it. Bought us some time here. Now, they probably can play 2 spells, get their Fairy Vandal, blah blah situation here. Sure. Get a card. Okay, alright, they gave up. Whew. I'm gonna keep this, mostly because I feel like there's a world where we can play the Professor, build up to Doomscar, and maybe get Titan off. Maybe. Like, that's a lot, but I feel like it could happen. Because, like, if we play Professor, we get a card, we probably go search for a land. Opponent? Okay, well, we're definitely going to need the Doomscar in this game, so that's what it is, I guess. Do we want to just take Containment Breach in this game? I think we do. Just in case things go sideways early while we're saving up for some things. Feels like that might be the right answer. Yep, Kami. I mean, if they attack, I'll block. Like, we have no investment in this little Professor Symbology, let me tell you. It's doing absolutely nothing. This is interesting, too, because, like, even just having the Iganjo could actually be pretty good here, especially if this is Selesnya only and not Naya. But I think we want to just do this for now. And no attacks. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I should have attacked, because, like, if the Kami attacks here, we're not going to get anything out of this. Because it's going to be, Kami's going to be at least a 3-3-4-4 or something like that here. Alright. Seems reasonable. Alright, I guess this is the turn where we chump block. Then we Doomscar. And then I think the following turn we just play Professor Symbology and a Containment Breach. And then try to go from there. That feels like the way. Alright, let's go and wipe everything out here. Obviously they get it back because they lost an enchantment. Alright, what we got going on here? Alright, and nothing. Nothing was the answer. We like that answer, actually. Did not expect that to be the case. We have 3, and we have 4 mana in hand, so I think we might just go ahead and actually... If we exile their creature, we just don't have to deal with the headache in the future. Part of me really just wants to take Mascot Exhibition here, truthfully. But I think we're going to be safe instead of flashy. Even though I feel in my heart of hearts that we could get away with it. But, you know. Let's go ahead and off that. One less thing to worry about. They didn't have a way to pump the Kami there. Here we can at least double block if they do get something and let one trample. They know we have reduced to memory, so unless they have something to just protect their creature, which they might. If so, they're probably incentivized to play it here. Alright, sure. I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, it seems fine. Double blocking was going to get us nowhere there anyway, so that's fine.
I'm going to end it. We've got
Yep.
the edge in this.
Sounds good. Oh, that's actually not bad either. Let's, I guess, try to exile the Kami. Actually, let's attack first. Exile the Kami, play the Angel. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can play Angel first, just so we have maximum information. Oh, well that's a thing. Okay, let's attack over here.
You should
Let's
be
exile this. Okay. Well, now we get to go Titan. Yo, that perfect timing for a Titan. So we get to make a 7/7 and kill a Hallowed Fountain. Or, oh, wait. Yeah, we'll block that. I wasn't thinking we were even going to get that option. That's very cool. Okay. Alright. Let's, put a shield. And we'll destroy an artifact or an enchantment. Just in case they have something like their own Fateful Absence or some such here. They're probably just going to exile it, though, with some enchantment, if I were to guess. Though, I don't know. I feel like if they had that, they might have just done that previously. Get a creature out the way, pump their Kami when they had it. Unless they just drew it. But that's all good. Yeah, now we get to go into life game. Okay, so they did have one. Alright, fair enough. Let's see if we can find our apparitions. So we can get rid of that and get our Titan back. And that would be our game plan here. Man, in my heart of hearts, I should have made the 4/4 instead of the shield. I know they actually play those exile enchantments, so I should have just trusted instinct. But, hey, sometimes the deck says, we got you, dog. Don't worry about it. We got you, fam. We got you. Make that 4/4 anyway. Destroy. Actually, we just destroy their creature. That doesn't do much. Alright, that's fine. I guess we do it anyway. And then play this. I guess we don't really need this anymore. I'm going to hold it anyway. I feel like there's more value in that. I mean, we could just exile this Wandering Emperor too. Meh, that's fine. No attackers. In the turn. Let's blink this monster. Make another 4/4, and this time we will put the shield on it because we don't have any. I mean, gaining 5 is fine, but not all that valuable. Now we don't really care if they have the exile enchantment, though, so maybe I should have just done it because we can just start blinking the apparition. Also, if they +1 their token, we can also just like hit it for 4. All right. They have a Hallowed Fountain. That is not going to last very long. That does indeed make you one dude. I agree with this assessment.
Keep watch for intruders.
Alright, we're going to play this. Get a treasure. We're going to attack Titan over here. We're going to attack this and this into the opponent. That sounds about right. Yeah. Sure. Yep. Nope. Yeah, there's... All right, cool. That works. Yeah, we've been lucky winning a few on the draw here, but I think our luck's going to run out sooner or later. This could be a place where it runs out unless we find like a Doom Scar or something. We could be in a lot of trouble. Yep. Hey, that might help us out a little bit, though. Ain't gonna be mad at that. That is for sure. Let's just pass. So we get the option, potentially, to kill something with a Fateful Absence, if it makes sense to do. Apparently it does not make sense to do. Huh. Have to assume the opponent has something here that can protect a creature, because otherwise, why would you keep that hand? But it seems very weird. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to get this. And just play this on white and pass. Alright, Chariot, sure. Oh, they want to fight something. Sounds like a plan. And we're still at 18, so we're at a reasonable number here. The only bad part is, the way they played this out, I sort of feel like we're not going to be able to... Because again, it's either fight spells or protection spells. And we're not really going to get to blink our Apparition. And we don't have anything else worth blinking here. I mean, you know, Sanctuary Warden, but that's still a few turns off. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe our plan should be... Nah, you know what? If you got another Chariot, you got another Chariot. F it. You got another fight spell, you got another fight spell. Like, we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, they had it. I mean, like I said, we knew it was a gamble, so I'm not that concerned about it. Is what it is. Like, we knew the risk. We do not have a land for that, unfortunately. What do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have Xaxes. If they have a protection spell, we're screwed either way. Alright. So yeah, we might as well just do this and then try to Fateful Absence something. Yeah. Yep. Don't think it really matters. If they've got a protection spell, we just die. Or Vorinclex, we also die. GG's. Yeah, they have exactly 10. We could kill Vorinclex, but not enough. Alrighty, we will keep this one. And this is probably just Innkeeper into Wandering Emperor. I mean, feels a little... Oh, in this matchup, that's probably for sure what we... Oh, I say that. Then we drew a Chariot. Okay, let us draw a land off the top. Let's make the decision-making a little easier here. Actually, I say that. We could also Apparition whatever thing they play here alongside this, so that's not the worst thing. Yeah, sure. Come get it. Yep, we take it. Sounds great. Okay, well... If we were to play Innkeeper, we would be able to shoot something with a Fateful Absence. Or we could just do this, get 2 life, which is good in this matchup. Potentially double block something. If we were to draw a land, no, that's not any good. I think I want to do this. And then in the turn, mostly because, like, if they play the 3/3 haster here, we could kill that. We take 4. We still have 4 mana, so then we could play either Wandering Emperor or the Chariot next turn. I think that works out a little bit better, even if we don't draw a land. If we do draw a land, then we have double removal. Actually, we're going to use removal now. So yeah, our play is just one of these next turn anyway. But we could get life, so we could gain 4 life if we play a Chariot. Which is a pretty significant swing in this fight. They might just attack for 4 and wait and see what we do too, though, if they have some removal stuff. So that is a real thing. Alright, they're not doing anything here, so I think we just let it roll. Yeah, I think we just let it happen. No real benefit to doing anything there for us. Initiate, annoying, but sure. Opponent just passes. And we found a land here, so that opens up some doors. So now we can do this. Actually, we could Chariot and still do this if we wanted to. Or leave mana up for Wandering Emperor and still do something. So we have everything at our disposal. So let's go ahead and do this. I mean, they have to have, like, Fateful Aspen or something. Right? That's a weird thing to not play an aggressive turn there. Because now we're just gaining all the life back that they hit us for last turn. Alright, we're just going to pass. I mean, no need for us to do anything else here. I mean, regardless of what they Fateful Absence, we'll still have access to a Chariot to block if we need to. I'm getting a little confident. I feel like we've at least stabilized here against this Boros Aggro deck, so depends on what their hand looks like. I mean, the good news is we do have access to Fateful Absence, so even if they play something like Thundering Raiju next turn, we can kill it before they get to the attack step, and then we can block with our Cats or our Chariot or whatever we want to do. And then next turn, Apparition to get rid of something, and then we're kind of back in the driver's seat at that point. Opponent's really deciding if they want to kill something here, though. Alright, they're going to play with Fire Us, probably just to scry, I would imagine. And that's fair. They may be looking for a land. You know, they may be looking for a haster here to give them a chance to pump up their initiates, which would be reasonable. We also kind of have the double whammy for the opponent, right? Because we get to attack with Chariot. Opponent attacks, I think we're just... How do we want to do this? Let me think about this. Because they have to have something in hand. If they attack for 5, 6, 7... No, just be 6. Are we just going to, like, double block an initiate? I feel like that's the play, oddly. I mean, they would be able to kill a Chariot. I think we're still kind of okay with that, though, you know? Alright. I'm game. Yep, you do your thing. And if they just have removal for one of our dudes, we take 4, and then we figure it out after that. What you got? Because also, if we draw a land, we could have Apparition plus Wandering Emperor, too. So there's... Sigrid. Ugh. Okay, that's a thing, I suppose. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to use this. Because obviously, like, if we kill Sigrid... Yeah, let's kill Sigrid. Oh, wait, this is protection from... Oh, from gods and whatever. Yeah, sure. Alright, so we take 4, we get to kill off their stuff. We now get to attack with Chariot, and we've got Apparition and Wandering Emperor. So this should be pretty good for us from here. It's going to be pretty hard for us to lose this one, I think. No, I say that. They found a red land, so maybe not. That means they could actually get rid of our Chariot here, which is kind of annoying. Do we Wandering Emperor? I think we save the Wandering Emperor for next turn. Alright, let's do this first to see if they do have something for our Chariot. Looks like no is the answer. Alright, that's good for us. And then we pass. Okay, they've got all kinds of mana here now. We are only at 13 against a very aggressive deck, so we have to keep that in mind too. Alright, I'm obviously... Exactly, pump that. Come after us with your initiate. Which, since we know they could... Well... I guess if we kill the initiate, we force them to use all their mana. Getting rid of our chariot. Which, I'm okay with that too, if that's the way they want to go. Yep. You get to kill a chariot. We're okay with that. I will accept that exchange. Yep, go to 10.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Okay. Now, there was a possibility. We could just flash us in, +1 to cat. But, like, with them having mana open, that possibly ends up just being bad for us, so you don't want to do that. Apparition. We're going to get rid of Aspirant. Because that's a problem in the long haul. Let's plus this.
We've got the edge in this.
And I'm just going to attack with this and this for now. Mostly because we are not the beatdown at this stage. We want to be able to block multiple things if we need to. I'll even block with the Apparition and give them back a 2/2 if necessary. But this way we can block the Den of the Bugbear. If they have some bigger thing with haste, we can double block and then jump block something. But we are still tied at 14. So we need a little bit of help. Finding something like our Teleportation Circle will work. Something like Yasharn might be good. 2, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 mana away from a Titan. So if we could find land and Titan, that probably helps too. Got a few things going on here, but the opponent does have a fair amount of mana and 2 cards. Even if they have a removal card, we are willing to double block here on the adversary. Now, they could have a Wandering Emperor of their own and give it first strike or whatever, but that's fine. If they do, they do. But let's see what they got. All right, Brutal Cathar. We're going to do that whole thing where you just remove a token, or do you want to remove our Apparition to get a 2/2? All right, there you go. Moving a token. Sounds good. Oh, and we drew nothing. That sucks. So now they're going to get to flip their Brutal Cathar. That is the worst. That is the worst. All right, well, got to make a dude. Gain some life.
We must protect the people.
No attacks. Yep. I hate that that's a thing, but it's a thing. Needed a creature real bad. Now we do want a Titan. All right, we got all the mana, so if we top deck a Titan, then we just make a 7/7 and a 4/4. Shield up. Even a Teleportation Circle would be fine here. Let us get rid of that Cathar would be great. I mean, yeah, your opponent's not even attacking here. Wow. Okay. Well, that feels alright, I guess. I mean, I guess at that point, we just take Mascot Exhibition. It's not the best thing, but it's something. Plus on this? Eventually we can fight. I'm a little baffled on what could be in their hand that they're not wanting to cast. Or maybe they're trying to get to where they can just cast 2 things and flip their Cathar back. I don't know. Or maybe they just have lands. And they're slow rolling. There's another land. I mean, we are willing to block. But we're also about to have a 4/4 plus a flyer. Okay, that's dead finally. So now we're no matter worried about playing the mini game here. Yep, that'll let you get back a burn spell. Yep. So you got some 3/3s. Kill an Apparition, get a 2/2. Sounds good. I agree with all these things. Opponent does nothing. I'm assuming they're going to get rid of our 3/3 here. Yep. Ooh, that's not bad. A little late, though. A little late. Get a lot of life here. No attacks. So yeah, now we're just waiting for any of our big cards here. I mean, even a Teleportation Circle lets us use Professor Symbology a couple times. Like, we've got some options, but we gotta find ways to make something happen here. Even our creature lands would be good. You know, we have enough mana that becomes formidable. Alright, opponent's gonna flip their Brutal Cathar. Ooh, Iganjo's not terrible. Iganjo's not terrible. Let's just attack for 2 in the air, I suppose. That's not a lot, but it's something. Now, I could attack with more stuff and hold on to the Iganjo, but I want to see if maybe the opponent plays a couple of things on their turn, thinks they're going to flip the Cathar, we kill the Cathar during their instep, then try to get a successful attack off on our side. But they're not going to do that either. Huh. Alright, so maybe we don't use this yet. That does not help us. Doth not help us. Alright, so if we attack with everything on the ground, I mean, even everything, just the 3 power or larger things, you could trade the 2-2 for the 3-2, probably some ugly double block. I'd even triple block if I was in their shoes. So yeah, just not beneficial, sadly. Just attack. Alright, end step. I mean, if we can find one of our big planeswalkers, that helps here too. Getting in with a bigger attack on this flyer speeds the clock up. I mean, just a lot of options. We just got to find something that works here. Alright. Killing a thing that stops you from attacking at the moment. A Thundering Raiju. Well, we're probably not going to allow that to happen. I will give you a card for that. Feel free to continue. Oh, I forgot. I should have used this. When it attacked, I wasn't even thinking. I didn't realize that was their second spell. I should have realized, but I didn't realize. So that was definitely a mistake. But we may be at enough life that, who knows, it may not matter all that much. Alright, attack. Man, we have found so much mana here. Yeah, I should have let them take their little bit of damage with the Raiju. Actually, there's a lot of reasons I should have done that with the Raiju, because we had 2 removal spells. So even if they get overexcited and attack with everything, we block, we probably get some favorable blocks by killing off the important things. Yeah, and then we would have still had the 4/4. It's alright, we win anyway. Well, yeah, there you go. This deck worked out way better than anticipated. We had a couple of games where we actually got the Teleportation Circle in, and it worked. It ended the game. It did what it was supposed to do. And all the other cards actually worked well together, so that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I don't have much to say. It really surprised me. Sometimes you just get a good surprise. What are we? I think we were like 5-1, something like that. So it's actually pretty damn good overall. So yeah, no complaints about that. This was a very pleasant surprise. I don't think I would change very much, if anything, about this list. I actually liked all the cards. The numbers came up the way we wanted to. So yeah, let's just give 2 thumbs up and just say, yeah, we got a good one with Teleportation Circle. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Good Fortune Unicorn. This is probably a card none of you have ever heard of, even though it only came out a couple years ago in Modern Horizons 1. But this is actually a cool creature in the sense that every creature that comes into play after it gets a +1/+1, which is actually pretty damn neat. And it probably is useful in several commander decks, because there's a lot of things that are like making tokens and things blinking and whatever. So like, this is the type of card that actually just gives all your stuff a buff without having to really rely on something that just directly gives you a buff. Or if you even have anything that cares about counters or any of that other stuff, this could fit very well into some of those lists. And you know, if you're just playing a horse or unicorn themed deck, I guess it works for that too. But yeah, it's just a cool card. It's pretty cheap. You probably won't have to pay more than 50 cents anywhere to get your hands on one. But just a cool card that, you know, kind of fits into a deck also where you're blinking things and stuff. So anyway, just figured that was just a cool one to bring up that people may have forgotten about. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to get this deck list down in the description below. Remember to join the channel if you want access to some special fun stuff. And come by our Discord and our streams. And you know what? If you like this deck and you like quirky things, I'm going to go ahead and link something else here too, because if you like this one, I'm sure you'll like that one just as much. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.